And a very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Babcock coming to you live from our KTSM studios here in West El Paso. We come to you this morning with breaking news out of Las Cruces as shots rang out at a late night car and truck show in central Las Cruces in what Las Cruces Police are now calling a mass shooting incident. The shooting took place at Young Park at 850 South Walnut Street, just about 10 o'clock, just about 4.5 hours ago. Multiple people injured, and we are still waiting for confirmation to see if there are any casualties in this event. Multiple social media videos, as you're looking at right here, courtesy of FitFam, show the immediate aftermath of the shooting as people were taking cover under cars and in their vehicles trying to escape from the gunshots. Let's take a listen. Vehicles leaving as first responders began showing up, attendees trying to render aid to victims. Our very own Jesus Baltazar and our photojournalist Edith Montero are in Las Cruces live right now. Jesus, what is the latest?
Well, Chris, as you mentioned, right now we don't have a precise number as to how many victims there are, nor the extent of their injuries. I'm right here off of South Walnut Street. The whole street blocked off. There are dozens of heavy police presence here. If you take a look here to my left, now the incident, the shooting, seems to have occurred just next to that at a parking lot next to the park, where you can see dozens of active police investigating the scene. We don't know the extent of the injuries, but I was able to speak with people here concerned for one of their family members. I was told, if you take a look here, there's a truck, and next to it, it seems to be covered. They're telling me they had a family member here during the incident. They tell me that they believe that their family member did not make it. But again, we don't know yet. That has not been confirmed by Las Cruces Police. We do know they're getting assistance from the FBI as well as the Doña Ana County Sheriff Office and other agencies. And the scene still remains very active. The police right now were flashing their lights down at the parking lot, seemingly looking at bullet casings. But police haven't informed us. They're still searching they're still working, to identify a suspect or suspects that may have been involved in this incident. But right now they're working to get that information. They're urging people who may have any information to reach out to them. You can find that information at our website, ktsm.com. Now, for family members who may be concerned about any family members that may have been present during this incident, to reach out to them as well. Again, we'll be updating this on air and online. You can find that information at our website, ktsm.com. Chris, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Okay, Jesus, thank you very much, and keep us up to date on that. Again, at this time, police do not have a number of victims or the extent of their injuries. What we do know is that they have been transported. A number of them have been transported to here in El Paso to UMC. So let's take a live look at UMC Hospital, where really for the last hour or so we've been hearing helicopters take off and land. Earlier this evening, maybe just about 10 minutes ago, our photojournalist down there, Tony Pina, caught one helicopter landing while another one was there. You see the medevac unit coming in, waiting for the landing pad to clear from a previous helicopter that had brought victims in from the shooting. Now, as Jesus did say, anyone with information is asked to call police, and anyone trying to learn about the status of a victim may call 575-526-0795. We'll have that number there. And as you see the live look on the left side of the scene, and the helicopter coming in earlier, maybe just about 10 minutes ago. As Jesus did say, the area surrounding Young Park and Walnut Street, south of Loman Avenue, is closed to traffic as they continue to investigate. This is a large area, and if we can go back to that video that we received from FitFam, again, a very, very confusing situation. Shots ring out. Let's listen to it.
Hey, go to my truck, go to my truck! Go to my truck!
As you can imagine, just a sign of complete confusion as gunshots rang out. Now, social media has had several videos and several stills. I have had a chance to take a look at a couple of the pictures that were sent to us. One of the alleged gunmen carrying what appears to be a long rifle with an extended clip And as you see in the video here, this is when shortly after the shooting, with first responders there and attendees trying to assist some of the victims who were struck by the gunfire. So this entire area by Su Young Park at 850 South Walnut in central Las Cruces is going to be an active scene at least through this morning and probably for a good portion of Saturday as well. So for perspective, again, police are calling this a mass shooting event. Las Cruces and the borderland, no strangers to these types of events. For perspective, the Las Cruces bowling alley massacre back in February of 1990, we had 4 children, 3 adults, 5 dead, 2 injured in that particular shooting. And then in 1996 here in El Paso, of course, the El Cumbala massacre, where we were 5 that were shot dead there over in Lakeside. And of course, the Walmart massacre back in 2019, August 3rd, 23 dead, 22 wounded. So the big question now, and what we are waiting for police officials to let us know, is exactly how many people have been injured, how many people have been transported to hospitals. Initial reports had that total at 5, but we've been told since then that that number is expected to grow, and they are going to give us the information as soon as they get a chance. Again, they are working right now diligently on the scene and making sure that they are collecting all the evidence. In listening to that video, there was at least 10 to 15 gunshots. They did sound all similar, but then again, you've got echoes and things like that. So again, a very daunting process for Las Cruces Police as well as New Mexico State Police, FBI agents, and BATF agents as well. Looks like we're going to have another update there. You see some of the shots again from the park. Again, just mass confusion, people running for their vehicles at what was a peaceful night at the park, a car show and a very nice evening, really disrupted by this gunfire, and then just all sorts of confusion and chaos ringing out as people scrambled for their vehicles, scrambled under vehicles. There were some other pictures of people actually taking shelter within their trucks and cars. And there you see a group of people very briefly working on one of the victims on the ground. We're going to go back out to Jesus at Su Young Park. Jesus, what do you know at this time?
Chris, again, I'm right here in front of where the shooting seems to have occurred right now. Just as I arrived on scene, officers were focused on the parking lot area, using their flashlights, looking down at the pavement. But I can tell you, if you take a look to the left, they've already worked their way down to the park area, seemingly about a dozen or more investigators, it seems, analyzing and looking at the area. We don't know necessarily, again, at this moment, how many victims there could have been, the extent of their injuries. But investigators have now shifted their focus down to the park area. You can see a playground there on your screen nearby to your right. But police are still very heavily involved. We do know that these efforts right now are being carried out by the Las Cruces Police Department, by the Doña Ana County Sheriff's Office, with assistance from the FBI and other law enforcement agencies. Now, again, just to reiterate a little bit of what I said, while we don't know any, we haven't gotten any confirmation of deaths or anything, I was able to speak with some family members just about 10 minutes ago. Them concerned that one of their family members might not have made it. They even pointed out a truck here in the parking lot, seeming to be the truck of one of their family members. Again, we still don't know, and law enforcement are still even working to identify whether there was a suspect or multiple suspects involved in this shooting. I'll send it back to you, Chris. We'll keep you guys updated on air and online on KTSM.com.
All right, Jesus, thank you very much. Looking for more information. Again, here's the video that we received courtesy of FitFam just about 2 hours ago, showing the intense scene as the shots rang out. Now, this was a car and truck show at Su Young Park this evening. Pretty much a picturesque early spring evening. Young adults showing off their vehicles. Again, we've seen several pictures. I've seen one picture with one person holding what appears to be a long rifle with an extended clip. And I'll tell you right now, it looks like UMC, there may be some more action out there. We'll take Tony Pena's feed as he is outside UMC, which is a level 1 trauma center, where at least 2 helicopters made their way to the city, where that rooftop landing area, and they discharged the patients into the emergency room. Again, UMC, a level 1 trauma, so things like this, things like gunshots, serious traffic accidents, you'll see the victims taken there just as they were during the August 3rd Walmart shooting. Once again, we still do not know. There's still a lot of things that we need to find out from Las Cruces Police as they continue their investigation. Certainly the number of victims, if there are any fatalities, as Jesus pointed out, as you could see in the background of his shot, there appeared to be a barrier around one of the vehicles that was left there. Several vehicles left unattended there, as you can imagine, as people scrambled for their safety. And I would think that here in the next couple of hours, at least by daybreak, we'll have a better idea of the number of victims, who was transported, and exactly what caused this shooting. And as Tony had said, as Jesus had said, excuse me, that he spoke with several family members that were there, concerned over the well-being of one of their family members who attended the meet. They spotted his truck, and it happens to be right near where they are investigating, and they have that little barrier around there. And there you see on the right side another helicopter departing UMC after depositing a victim there. And again, this has been going on now for at least the last 3 hours as these air units come in, hover, and wait for the landing pad to clear out. So plenty of information we have, still a lot that we do not know at this point. What we do know is Las Cruces Police say that this is a mass shooting event at Su Young Park at 850 South Walnut Street in central Las Cruces. We do not know the number of victims. We do not know if there are any fatalities involved officially. There are several of these threads that are making their way through the social media realm, and none of those are official as of yet. But as soon as we do get the official word from Las Cruces Police, we will certainly bring it to you here on KTSM. So look for full updates coming up on our social media channels all across the board, and of course during our lead newscasts later today. I am Chris Babcock. Thank you for joining me this morning. Have a good day, everybody.